Hi, hello, happy Sabbath and Shabbat Shalom. Mr. O'Malley is sitting right where I wanted to go. He's a big old boy. I could make him move. I'll probably figure some other way around to where I wanted to go. How you doing, Mr. O'Malley? And then there's Mr. Snookums over there. Thing is, I wanted to kind of review that field a little bit, but yes, Mr. O'Malley, how you doing? How you doing? You doing okay? It's like I'm not going to give you time of day. Anyhow, one thing you wouldn't notice necessarily is that I dug some manure out of here that I used elsewhere in the process of taking care of this place. Right now, Mr. O'Malley says, I don't want to move. All 3 foot of his horns, he says, I do not want to move. Oh well, I'm not going to fight him. But anyhow, yes, Chestnut. So, I'll find ways to get everywhere I'm going. A little cloudy this afternoon. It's supposed to potentially rain in a day or so again, so hopefully we'll get more rain. Over here, all these babies in here just generally being little hooligans. The only one that's not all up in so much destruction is the white oak over there behind the water barrel. And it's kind of hard to even get an angle on him. Well, I can't see him even at all on the camera. All I'm guessing is Rototiller's feet. And there's Rutabaga, Daisy, and yes, Sally. And the babies in here, all in just being babies. And so we're getting some grape development in here. Some of these grapes are, even though Candy got out in there and stripped the leaves off of the branches, the grapes are still trying to grow anyhow. And there are a lot of them in there I can't get a good angle on, day or night, because they're just thickly buried up in there. But that's alright. Yes, she's a little spooked because she's not tame like some of the other ones. She's not people-fied. Let me put this on in here a little bit. If that thing lives long enough, it should go in the ground someday. I don't know when. Get me another strawberry here. These eat them before they're ripe, because if I wait until they're ripe, squirrels get them. Something, whether it was Mr. O'Malley or Mr. Snookums or a deer, bit some of these poke leaves off of here. And that's kind of surprising, because I was thinking they wouldn't eat them. They eat them. Oh well. One thing I can't point out very clearly from here, unfortunately, I don't know if you see how that piece of stem of that vine is out like that. Right here, the tree has finally broken. So the tree is laying up against the house now, completely. Since they got barked real bad there, it rotted. Like that one, as you see how it's got a lot of dead twigs on it. That happened from being barked, and it ain't making it. And since it's a male, and I've got another male mulberry tree closer to the female mulberry trees, it really isn't going to affect mulberry production. If anything, what affects mulberry production is all the birds and squirrels eating them all. So, since last week, these two cucumber vines have taken off and really grown nice. They're really growing with zeal and zest and gusto, and this was only half that size in both dimensions yesterday. So we've gotten, and then there's several more in here, all around. The vine somewhere, there'll be bunches of them coming on. So the cucumber plant is really making a lot of fruit, the two of them. The two citronella up here are doing way better than the ones down there at the bottom. Even though they're not doing as good as probably brand new, they're doing better than they could. This basil is just about to be a weed. I say that, it ain't a weed. It's just a nice healthy plant. This apparently is a cherry tomato, and it is putting on a little bit of fruit. These other tomato plants that I've seen haven't put on any fruit yet. Now to what I was moving all that other compost over here for. I moved the bell peppers over here, and they have proceeded to grow rapidly since being potted here. I moved the squash from the other side, and they're apparently too sick to carry on, so they're all dying. They should have been brought out earlier while they were still in vibrant, robust growth, so they'll probably need to be replaced with other squash plants. We shall see what we shall see. For the most part, that's pretty much everything. I already ate some of the blackberries over here, what few there was. There really weren't that many on this plant this year. And I guess they taste a lot like shield bug. Or stink bug, whatever you want to call them. But anyhow, they're, I don't know if that plant will come back next year. Hope the other one does. The porcelain berry has put on fruit. It was a lot of it, but since the boys came along and ate all the fruit as it was budding, and this year it didn't get much because of that, so yeah, no surprise. They come along and eat anything they can get their hands on. Now, as far as eating this year and me eating anything, that wild mustard plant, I call it a mustard just because I can't be for sure what it is, and well, it tastes like mustard, so to me anyway. You know, it'll look a lot different now than it did last time. Let me get over there. I'll have to get over this fence first. Probably need to put a gate in there someday. Anyhow, so I cut back the grass around it. I cut back the leaves on it. They were starting to dry out, look old and aged, like they were going to turn yellow and go away. This thing was pretty much packed out and completely all the way around, packed out and growing out the sides. And I trimmed back a lot of that. That's why you see a lot of bare stems. I just trimmed the leaf off the ends and left the stems. And I intentionally left some of it just so it wouldn't just all of a sudden be without anything to keep growing with. But basically, hopefully I'll get another crop from it. But I got enough for one good meal for Mom and myself out of that. And it's pretty good stuff. It's just one plant. If I can propagate those and get hundreds of them, we'll have some goodies for a good long time. Mom and I both like mustard greens. Greens in general. Mustard, turnip, radish, you name it. They're almost all the same family anyhow. Just some have a big root on them and some don't. Really down here there's not much to show you. But in fact, when I say there's not much to show you, I don't remember if I mentioned this last week because I don't think it had happened, but this week it died. My peach is dead now. Unfortunately, there ain't nothing I can do about it. I thought I'd stopped it, but I didn't. Whatever was infecting it. I gotta go and I gotta fix a bunch of broken branches on that apple tree. They're all busted up. Gotta prune them off, clean it up so it doesn't die as well. And then all the various horse mint has already gone through its flowering stage. So now if you look real hard, there are some verbenias in there, not enough to worry about chasing down with the camera. And there's some of the yellow coneflower. Purple coneflower's done its thing pretty much, and it's given up for the year. My neighbor's driving out. The last thing I wanted to bring up, let's just go take a quick look at the younger clone blackberry that I put under a little bit of cover since something, be it a deer or a goat, ate the top off of it not long after I put it out. So I put a cover over it since it had tried again and put out some new fresh growth. I want to see how much difference. And that's going to be it for this report because really nothing else I can mention. That garlic did its thing, but I'm not going to do a report on it right now. I'll probably over the fall replant the garlic to make it where it's more evenly distributed for next year. And they didn't knock the cover off, so. Yeah, okay, so there's some new growth there and some new growth there. I don't know what that is. I got my glasses on. I think that's a grapevine. And it's got some new growth here at the tip. So I'm keeping it protected from the munchkins so that hopefully it'll grow up big and strong here. Eventually my goal is to level all this, and in the process of leveling it, make it all into a big old patch. I just put that there for now because it was where I was going to go eventually anyhow, and hopefully there'll be a bunch of them in the future. All these little onion grasses or garlic grasses or whatever are all going to seed. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for this week. Not much happened. Not much that I could go spend a lot of time talking about anyhow. So that's it for this week. Shalom to everybody and happy Sabbath, and until we'll see you next week.